Morning, everybody. Wait till a couple more people. They get to like 700. I'm gonna start talking. A couple more people, and we'll jump in there. First off, love you guys. That's the number one. Like, it's too many times in life that we take life for granted, and I don't want to sit here and try to take away the moment. A lot of people, utilize the tragedy to shine light on them and to get views and follows and, bring the narrative to them. But I didn't know Nipsey Hussle like that. I met him. Really humble dude, down to earth. His energy when he walked into the room just demanded respect. And I remember the first time I met him, he didn't know me from fucking Leroy off the corner. And he walked up to me and said, "What's up, black man? How you doing?" Like, he didn't even know me, didn't know I was in the UFC, didn't have no clue about nothing, but just his respect for another black man or another brother, not even black and white. I'm really shook about this, not because I want to act like I knew him so well and, we were so close, but I knew what he stood for. I know his mind and mission. So a lot of times you see people have these rags to riches stories, and they come from the gutter, man, and they find a way to make it out. But they so torn and they so hurt by all the people that are manipulative and the leeches and the people that envy them and they want to hurt them. And they got to protect theirs so strongly in their family, in their small circle. Because one thing that anybody on here knows about success is the more successful you are, the smaller your circle becomes. The less people you call friends, the more people you refer to as colleagues and associates. So he starts showing a blueprint. I love Dr. Dre. I love what he stands for. I love how he came from South Central, wherever he came from, and became, this crazy producer, this mogul, this, grabbing talent, Eminem and Kendrick Lamar and sold beats and made all this money. And I'm not knocking Dr. Dre, but we didn't really learn that blueprint. Nipsey Hussle took everything in his being to show us about how not to waste money on cars that depreciate when you leave the lot. How not to, trick off all your money on diamonds and jewelry. Things that you can get robbed for, you can lose. How to invest in real estate and property. And how to think about the future and how to lift your community up and give jobs. And he was I'm not saying he was out in the street every single day. It's kind of tough, when you a celebrity like that to just move around that way. But he made himself available to his neighborhood, that I'm not off limits to you guys. I'm here for you guys. I ride for you guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to actually grow yourself. And from a kid from the block, you can't just look at a kid that comes from humble beginnings or come from inner city or come from just the fucking trenches and think they're going to look at corporate America and think that's realistic for them. That don't look real to them. It don't. Being a lawyer might not look real. Being a doctor may not look real. But there are, I talk about this with Dub all the time. There are jobs, there are careers that they can take place that's not basketball and not football, not selling dope and not rapping. They can be an A&R, they can be an engineer, they can be a producer, they can be a songwriter. They can be grips, they can do lighting, they can do production. It's so many different careers that are not talked about. When you start talking about an entrepreneur that sold shirts out of his trunk and got bust down by the police because of his history and then rebuilt and did it again and did it again and did it again and just would not take no for answer, man. Like, we are mourning his legacy and what he stood for. I'm mourning that young kid that lived on the block, South Central, Crenshaw, rolling 60, gangbanged his whole life, legitimized what he was, legitimize his hustle, and bring his friends and family and teach them. And he gave so much free game. If you go back, I'm going to annoy you guys today. I apologize in advance. But I'm going to share a lot of videos that meant something to me. Like, he gave us so much free game that if you listen to it closely, He's telling you, hey, go out there and invest in this. Go out there and do this. I don't have it all together. I'm not going to act like I do. But I never quit. I never gave up. Okay? That's the mentality. And it's all work. There's no light switch in life. It's all work. It's all work. It's all work and it's hard work. And it's smart work, which makes easy work. And then you can start enjoying life. Then your family, your kids can start having something different than you had. It's all about elevation. I want my kids to have different than what I had. I want to instill the knowledge about business and finance and the saving and investing and just being a good person in academics. I want them to know what I didn't know as a kid. I was just a ghetto-ass kid from Ferguson that worked my